Hello, and welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. We got your usual suspects today. My name is Enrique.
I'm Tristan.
And I'm Eli.
Today, we are here with an episode of what we like to call Binge Plus, where we talk about movies instead of the usual TV shows that we talk about. Last week, we talked about Avatar, The Last Airbender, Book 1, Water. If you haven't seen that, please, we would love for you to. Before we get on to the show today, we have some sad news to announce. That one of our members has sadly gone from a full-time member and host to a part-time Andy, aka a guest. We would like to give a shout out to Austin. Austin has been here for two or three of the last episodes. We appreciate him and what he's been able to contribute to the podcast. He decided that this isn't for him, which is understandable because this is a commitment to make. You know, we got to do this, get this done every week for the people. It could take anywhere from an hour to 2 hours to 3 hours if we're really feeling it. Like last week on Avatar when we put out a 2.5 hour, 2 and 40 minute episode. But we would like to shout out him and tell him good luck on his future endeavors. And he's always welcome here to appear every once in so often if he likes to. But that's not what you're here to listen to because you don't give a fuck about us. You care about what we are watching and why we are watching it. This episode is about Zodiac, the movie from 2007. Featuring a star-studded cast of literally everyone from the MCU.
Pretty much.
We got Iron Man. We got Hulk. We got Mysterio. Shit, I'm pretty sure we saw child Tom Holland in this movie. I'm pretty sure Chris Evans was back there throwing a shield around or something. But
I'm pretty sure Scarlett Johansson was disguised as a light pole in one scene.
Probably she was hiding behind it. But I mean, shit. If we're being honest, if this movie was made now and they had to pay that cast now,
oh man,
break out the checkbook, dog. Because this is 2 years before Iron Man, or is it either the 2 years before or the same year as the first Iron Man? So they got.
I think it was like a year before.
Because I think Iron Man was either 09 or 07, one of those two. But boy, did they get lucky now to pay that motherfucker. Shout out to Robert Downey Jr.
Oh,
such
dude,
a good
I
actor.
forgot that both Robert Downey Jr. and Jake Gyllenhaal were in this movie on top of Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo was the only one I remembered from the only time I've watched this before. That I saw RDJ and Jake Gyllenhaal. I was like, let's go!
That's part of the reason I recommended it is because I saw a star-studded cast. I'm like, all right.
How the fuck do you forget they're in it? They're literally two of the three main characters.
It was a while ago that I saw it. That's why. Like I don't.
Literally, Jake Gyllenhaal's the main character.
I know, dude. Oh, by the way, quick shout out to Jake Gyllenhaal. I feel like he's very underappreciated as an actor. He is honestly, like, just phenomenal.
He does a good job in those creepy fucking roles.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Like this and like Nightcrawler, like he gives me like
Nightcrawler. You've seen that? Oh.
I haven't seen Nightcrawler, but I've seen enough of clips of it where I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker scares me. I don't want to meet him in the alley. Oh, don't forget Brokeback Mountain.
I'm thinking about throwing that on the list in the future.
Oh, please do. I haven't seen it.
Don't forget about Brokeback Mountain.
That for you?
Don't forget about Jake Gyllenhaal's in Brokeback Mountain.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, that's true.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen that he's in it. So,
clearly, you guys are also forgetting about Prince of Persia.
Oh my god, suck my dick. That movie's dog shit.
All right, bro.
Bro, those games, they fucked those games over with that movie so much. Also, if you came here today for like legitimate critical analysis, I'm sorry because you're not gonna get it today from us. This movie's long as shit. It's like 3 hours long.
I forgot how long it was, dude.
I didn't forget because I've never seen it. I just went in dry, and boy, was I shocked when it said 2 hours and 47 minutes. Boy, if you have the attention span of a goldfish, that's like an eternity to you, which I do, and it felt like an eternity to me. Which this movie is really fucking good. Let me just put that out there. There's not really spoilers. I'm gonna be honest. There's no spoilers.
Hold the phone.
Okay, what?
No, Reed, go ahead. Reed, go ahead. Say your thing.
Hold the phone, but go ahead.
Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish, Taylor. But Beyonce had the
mind.
greatest music video of all time. All right, Kanye, get off my dick, please. I'm trying to get my shit off. But basically, Jake Gyllenhaal, Robert Downey Jr. came together and they formed the Infinity Gauntlet. But instead of Thanos was the Zodiac killer, right? And then Zodiac killer snapped the time one. You know the time one. He just made the movie drag. He's like, I can have the longest movie ever. Snap, 3 hours. I was just like, oh, nice. Nice. I really, I mean, the movie's not terrible. Like I said, the movie's not bad. It's a really good movie, and I can tell it's a good movie because everyone talks well about it. And I went on Rotten Tomatoes afterwards. I was like, people like this movie? And they were like, yeah, it has like 95%. I'm like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm just
Yeah,
fucking
it's
stupid.
critically acclaimed movie section.
Yeah, critically acclaimed, but fucking for me, I'm stupid, so it's not acclaimed to me.
All right.
Yeah.
I go for it, Tristan.
Real fast. I'm gonna get started on this real quick. I'm hopping into this just because Reek said it. Personally, I really like this movie. I like the way it's done and everything. But objectively, it is not a good movie.
Isn't that
Like,
not objectively? Because like that's your opinion, man.
No, no. Objectively, like when you look at just like what the movie is and everything, it's not like a good movie.
I'd rather just have this be a documentary, to be honest.
It's based, it's based on real case files. It's based on the real life events that happened during that time. So it's like you kind of, I mean, like you said earlier, there's no spoilers, but like I said, I think the acting was phenomenal. I love this movie. I think it was very well done. But objectively, it's not like a good movie per se, you know?
Yeah, I would say I personally like. I think if it came out like now, like not the movie, but just like this like scenario, like if they made a movie about it, I guess now it wouldn't be a movie. It'd be one of those Netflix 4 to 6 shows. Like you got like the O.J. Simpson one and the Aaron Hernandez one, and like the Cold Case Files, just something like kind of like that. It'd be in that category where it's like a quick 4 to 6 show, like kind of documentary.
I think that's my issue with it. Like I think there's so many documentaries, so many dope documentaries coming out now, like The Last Dance and shit. Where I'm like, all the source material is dope as fuck, but like as a movie, it's just not a movie. Like there's no like climax or anything to it, which I understand. Like that's the point of the movie, is that like is to show that like they never caught this motherfucker. So, you don't feel satisfied at the end, which is how people in real life felt. They never caught him, you know what I mean? But it's just like, what the
Literally
fuck? Also, I have an issue with this movie because it kind of fucking, like, it pins it on one guy who did not get charged with anything. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did die before they could charge him.
Yeah,
But if
you
you look at did you read, like, the wiki page at all of the Zodiac shit?
I did.
They like say like the only person that was really like pushing for him to be the guy was Jake Gyllenhaal's character. Like that they had DNA evidence and it turned out negative for Alan and all that shit. Like it says like they tried, but like there was like nothing that really pinned him to anything other than the circumstantial evidence. Which again,
well, that's what they said that at the end in like some of those things they were like. I think they said like a DNA test cleared Arthur Lee Allen, but the police departments refused to let him go as a suspect. So you're right.
Yeah. No, I agree.
A lot of it, like I'm reading this wiki, a lot of it's just fucking, like, just partial evidence. Like, it doesn't really have anything.
Yeah, that's why I feel like the concept of like the Zodiac killer is like super cool. Like I didn't know much about it obviously until this movie, and I obviously read a little bit about it like after I watched the movie, like on the wiki page and stuff. But like everybody knows, like, or I think most people know about like the Zodiac killer, but not many people like know like the whole like story, I guess. Like I didn't know if anybody actually like caught him, whether they know who or who it isn't, like before I watched this movie. And now come to find out there was never anybody like actually charged with it. But like I know he was one of the main like serial, if you want to call it, serial killers, especially in like the 60s and 70s. So I don't know. I don't know. Because didn't Criminal Minds do something like that? Tristan, somebody was copying the Zodiac killer.
Criminal Minds basically solely focuses on serial killers.
Yeah.
There's always copycats.
I know. I know they did like a few episodes.
Did one that was like similar.
Yeah.
They did the Fisher King, but that was different than the Zodiac killer. They've done some similar stuff, yeah. Because I mean, that's the thing is, like in Criminal Minds, you come up with these characters, but it's like, you have someone who, and don't take this the wrong way, guys. I'm sure you won't, but technically speaking, he was very successful in what he was trying to do. He was very successful.
Yeah, he's a
That's
beast.
all, so people can draw inspiration from that,
Right. No, for sure.
That's something they kind of touch on in the movie too. I wasn't because they kind of glazed over it, but like at one point they started getting a fuck ton of letters from the Zodiac, and I was like, okay, these like they showed them, and like half those look fucking different than the other ones. Like, are they trying to say like people are sending fake letters, and there's one real Zodiac, and people are trying to pretend to be him, or are they saying these are all from him? Because like they didn't really talk about it a lot, but like they showed a couple letters in the movie where they just looked fucking off completely, and I was like, all right. That's definitely not him that sent that shit. Or he would say some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned those people like...
Sorry.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, sorry. Keep going. I thought you were done. It just lagged out for me.
Oh, it's all good. No, but like in the movie, like they talked about how in one of them, like he was on the... Like someone sent a letter about shit that came out in the newspaper after the newspaper got published. But before that, the Zodiac had only sent shit that the cops would only know and him would know. Not shit that was public already. So like,
right.
Like,
so no, yeah. So those ones were ones that they ended up deeming fake. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they didn't talk a lot about the fakes. Which for a 3-hour movie, I would actually have liked them to talk more about the fakes than the alleged suspects.
For sure, I would say like you said, they barely touched on it. Like that one part where they had the black lady when she was like, "I'm the Zodiac killer," and they're like, "What's your murder weapon?" She's like, "A gun." Wait, no, a hammer.
I was like, holy shit, bitch.
I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, no, I wrote something down. I was like, if I would arrest the fuck out of every single person that came in there with that bullshit.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, you're going to downtown, fucking Billy Bob and the gang are to beat the dog shit out of you in your cell.
Like, you're going to Weenie Hut prisons.
Yeah, like, bro, like, get the fuck out of here. Stop wasting my goddamn time, bro.
Well, because, I mean, you guys were paying attention to what happened, like, that caused that, right?
Yeah, because they kept sending notes and it kept getting published by the newspaper and the TV and the radio guy and the...
No. That wasn't... Well, yes, but the RDJ's character... he published a thing where he was like, sending... Like, if you have information, blah, 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 send it in. Like, that specific call to action is what brought all those nuts in all of a sudden. So they were just trying to emphasize, like, that process, I guess.
No, yeah, I agree.
But yeah, no, this one, it's just so interesting.
This
I don't know about you guys.
Is for people who are smarter than I am, because for me, I just like documentary style shit where it's just like, okay, this is what he did, this is what it is, this is what the evidence we have, these are the people we have, these are why we think it's these people and then not other people. That's kind of what I want to know, right? For me, I'm not really like into like the whole, oh, it's a movie now. It's because like, all right, dude, I know I knew that the Zodiac killer was a cold case, and they never got whoever it was or anything like that. So I was like, all right, dude, like, I know that like you don't have anyone for this, so like it can't be a satisfying ending, and you're just trying to take me on this journey with these characters. I think honestly, this like whole fucking movie was more a story about how that Zodiac book got written, less than there's more about how that book got written than about the Zodiac killer himself. Which, on one hand, I get it. On the other hand, I can tell that motherfucker, Robert Graysmith, was definitely talking to the writers for this, and he definitely helped them write this movie. Because, boy, does he paint himself as the main character.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, so he wrote the book on the Zodiac. So, of course, like, he's going to be the person. That's the thing. Like, that's part of what it showed in the movie is, like, everybody else seemed to continuously have bits and pieces, but it never felt like any one person or group of people had all the parts together.
Yes, but my issue with this
that's what he was doing. And so that's where, like, I mean, that's where the appeal of the movie can really, that's the only real way to get the appeal from this movie is the process of how did they come to this determination on this guy who is, as they said, the prime and only suspect in this case.
He's the prime and only suspect because they dropped the case and this motherfucker kept pushing for it. Like that's the only reason he's the prime and only suspect. Like they didn't have anyone else except for this guy who the dude wouldn't get on his dick. Like my thing is that the Robert Graysmith dude, he has something to gain from putting it on someone, right? Like he doesn't care, give a fuck about who. He could say, "Oh, I care about who it was. You know, I want to find this out." You're not a cop. You're not a detective. You're not a PI or anything. You really don't like. You have nothing to gain from figuring out who it is, other than to sell your fucking shitty book. Like,
Yeah.
like so, like he has a motive. His whole thing is like, I want to sell books now, but he could paint it in the movie like I'm just trying to be a good guy. I want to figure this out. It's like, sure, maybe.
Okay, it should be noted. I don't feel as if he was necessarily trying to just be a good guy. I mean, he was obviously like a little off, I guess, kind of odd.
Yeah.
Throughout the movie, but like he said that he was like, I have to know who this is. It wasn't even like I need this guy to be brought to justice. It was some weird personal thing for him at that point that he was never going to let go of.
But why?
And so he didn't care about being a good guy necessarily. Why? Well, that's an enormous question, isn't it? Because I mean, we saw how odd and such he was. So, you know, you could possibly assume that he's somewhere on the spectrum just because he's a little socially awkward. Okay. But I don't know about all that. But like, that's just something is he probably just decided that he was not going to let this go. Why? Good question.
But okay, do you see my thing
is that, and that whole thing was a puzzle.
Okay, have you seen the movie Straight Outta Compton? I know it's kind of a tangent. Have both of you guys seen that movie? Tristan?
I have not.
Okay. Eli, you see Straight Outta Compton, right?
I have, yeah. Okay. I saw it when it came out.
How much do you know about like NWA outside of that movie? Like a little bit?
A little bit, yeah. I'd say a good amount, yeah.
So, who is the villain of that movie?
The villain of that movie?
Yeah. There was two, I would say. There were
Easy.
Yeah, okay. That's my fucking issue, right? Eazy-E's dead, right?
Yeah.
Dr. Dre's alive. Dr. Dre was very much an Ice Cube. Were very much painted as the fucking heroes of that movie. Like, it was the whole Dr. Dre got painted in this light where it was like, I didn't know I was getting dicked over. What? Oh no! Fuck you, Eazy-E. I gotta go get my money that I've been owed. Ice Cube was painted in the I'm the crusader that knows what's really going on here kind of thing, right? That's because they are alive and they were helping with the movie, right?
And they can tell their story.
They can tell their story about it, right?
Right.
So, Mark Ruffalo's character, he's dead. He was died in 2000, if you like read the ending, right?
Yeah.
He's not there to help with that. Yeah. Robert
No. He died
2000. They said it at the very end, they did.
It was the reporter guy that died earlier.
Yeah, so Robert Downey Jr.'s character died as well.
Yeah, they both died, right?
Yeah.
So the lens we look at this movie through is Robert Graysmith. He's the only one that was helping aid the filming of this movie. So
it's the only one that's alive, yeah.
That's the issue, is that it's from his lens. So why the fuck, if I'm Robert, why do we not know why Robert does this? Robert purposely didn't say why he's doing this, right? If those two guys were alive, Robert Downey Jr. or Mark Ruffalo's real life counterparts, if they were alive, they could be like, this motherfucker's batshit. He keeps fucking with us. Like, we tell him to fuck off, and he keeps trying to say it's this Alan dude. We have no evidence for that. We've never had evidence for that. We thought so, but it was circumstantial. He's just being a fucking nutso, right?
That's probably how it went down, honestly.
That's what I'm saying, but they're not there to say it. So we get this twisted point of view from Robert Graysmith, who I don't know the motherfucker. I've never read the Zodiac book. I know very little about the Zodiac Killer besides this movie and my research I did after watching it. But fuck all if it didn't seem like there's some fucking blurred lines going on here. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes. What I feel like, I don't know, not that you're ignoring it. What I feel differently on is Graysmith didn't even, he gave up on Alan as well. Until he finally, because you know how he was trying to go talk to the girl's sister the entire time?
Yeah.
no, 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 we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. He finally goes to talk to her, and she brings up the name Lee, and he goes, holy crap,
Well,
it
that's
was him.
after he tried to pin it on the other guy a million times, and he's like, "Yeah, no, that was him. That was him. I forgot his name."
The poster guy?
Yeah, Rick
yeah,
or
Morrison
something.
or yeah,
Marshall.
Marshall. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had become convinced that it was him, and then she changed his mind.
Yeah. No, that's true, but I don't know. I feel like if we got other perspectives, like Reek was saying, I feel like they might have thought it was his character that was the Zodiac killer. Like, if somebody keeps coming up to you and saying, it's this guy, it's this guy, it's this guy, then that guy is the suspect, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I would have thought it was Jake Gyllenhaal's character, like, from their perspectives.
I get what you're saying.
Even if it's not like Jake Gyllenhaal, like, obviously, I don't think it is really. It's Robert Graysmith or whatever the fuck. But
yeah, Robert Graysmith.
But dude, like, he has something to gain from all of this, right? Like, he's the only one that financially will gain something if he's able to pin it on anyone, right? Like,
yeah,
he could take coincidence, spin them shits to however narrative he wants, and be like, sell a book like it's Arthur Lee Allen, it's Arthur Lee Allen, it's Arthur Lee Allen, and now this motherfucker's got to live with that for the rest of his life. Now that motherfucker could be guilty as shit. I'm not saying Lee Allen is innocent. I'm saying that I don't like the circumstances this movie was filmed under because Graysmith gets to fucking twist his little hands on the movie however he feels like, and he got to sell a book, right?
I understand, yeah.
And let's be honest, he's probably getting royalties from this movie too. So,
sure.
Of course he wants to make the movie entertaining, so he'll give them information to make it good so that he can make some cash off of it too. So, I mean, if you look at it from that, he has something to gain these other people don't. That's why I don't like it coming from his lens. If it was from a detective lens or anyone else, I don't even want to see Paul Avery's account from it, really, because he also has something to gain from it.
He's a reporter.
Yeah, he's a reporter. Yeah. And so it's like
everyone has something to gain from catching one of the most infamous serial killers in the history of our country.
Yeah, you can gain fame and all, but literally Graysmith was getting cash. Like,
yeah.
Like
Graysmith would have.
No, okay, the detective Mark Ruffalo would not have got anything other than he caught a fucking killer and maybe a promotion. That's literally
right. That promotion would have got national attention. His name would have been the one that's on the front page of everything.
His name still is
the one being invited to things. It's a whole lot different.
The difference is that's his job. That's not theirs. His job is to catch killers.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a reporter's job. That's not a cartoonist's job. That's a detective's job, and he's a detective. So yeah, he has something to gain, but it's also his job. So seeing it through his lens would probably be the most like unbiased, I guess. In my opinion.
I mean, even the way they portrayed him, it portrayed him pretty good up until he started just giving away information for no reason. I feel like that's a Graysmith thing. I feel like definitely Mark Ruffalo's character would not just give information to some fucking random scrub that keeps bothering him. I agree. Oh yeah, dude, go talk to this person. Go talk to this. I definitely feel like there was some bribery or something going on where there was some sort of exchange for him to get the information, other than him being like, "I think this guy can crack it."
I honestly kind of thought that was funny how he kept doing it. Like, I understand, like, that's totally unrealistic and stuff, but I was kind of laughing, like, when he was like, I certainly can't tell you about the case, and I certainly can't tell you to go talk to Ken Narlow in Napa. He's like, that's Narlow, Narlow. I'm like,
that was the movie part of it kicking in, which I did enjoy. The movie. Yeah. When the movie was a movie, it was pretty fucking funny. And cool.
100%. I was like, good. Going off of that, like, starting the movie, the opening scene was so cool. In my opinion, it really like hooked me. Like, I was like, this is cool. I was like, when he's like, that your husband? I'm like, wait, what? She's like 14. But I'm like, I don't know, man. I thought like that whole opening scene was really cool to me. And like, I'm like, this is a good movie. And then it just kind of starts dragging after that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like once they meet Lee for the first time, the movie starts to fucking drag hard.
Yeah.
Like, after they meet Lee, I was like, holy shit, there's 2 hours left. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I know.
Like, there was some shit I just did give a fuck about. And there were some coincidences where I'm like, alright, this is either he's a fucking stalker, or when they met at the movie theater, I was like, okay, either Graysmith's fucking stalking them, or this is fictional, because there's no fucking way he's just gonna happen to run into the detective on the Zodiac case when he's out with his girlfriend at the movies and just happen to go talk to him and happen to mention my name and then come meet him a couple months later, be like, hey, I met you at the movie theaters, remember? Like, I don't know.
I'll say that's it. Yeah. Sorry,
okay, real fast. That was a special screening.
For who? Because I didn't hear that at all.
It said no, because it showed that when it was like scrolling across the I don't even know what to call it, but that big board that they have outside where it shows, what we're showing, like at Kagan's,
Yeah.
It said special screening SFPD, so that's where
well, how the fuck did Graysmith get in there?
Chomsky works. That's the question.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying. Yeah, exactly. So that one might have been that for sure. Yeah, that one was pretty.
Also, why would the SFPD want to go fucking watch that movie for? It's based on a killer they can't fucking catch.
Yeah, I wouldn't. They could help them, I guess.
How? They have all the evidence.
Man, I don't know.
I know. I'm sorry. No, I was gonna say one of my bigger problems with the movie was it was really hard for me to believe, like when they go 4 years later, when all the characters look exactly the same except for Paul Avery. Like there was no convincing me that this was 4 years later. I'm like, all right, that person looks exactly the same. That person has the same shaved beard as they had 4 years ago. I don't know how much time actually passed, like throughout the jumps, but like, oh my god, the characters look exactly the same, except for Paul Avery, who got some gray hair and started. Yeah,
this takes place over like 10 years, doesn't it?
I know, exactly.
It felt like almost 20 years.
Yeah.
Well, at the end it was 20 years, but I mean, like before that last little segment, it was over like 10 years.
Right. So why does Robert Graysmith still look like he's 21 if he's 31?
The Witcher syndrome. That's why.
Yeah, facts. So that's one of my problems. Is I really had a hard time like believing that it was this far into the future, like when they did the jumps.
Yeah, fair. The number one part that I get that confused me was the movie poster, right?
Yep.
That was supposed to help, like, where it was like, oh, it's Rick Marshall, like that's who it is, and he goes to the guy's house and he goes, Rick didn't do that. He goes, I did that.
What was that
scene
name?
Was so weird. I don't remember the old dude.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that whole scene was weird.
There was the basement thing too.
I thought, honestly, I really enjoyed that scene, but it was weird.
There was the basement thing too, and I was like, even though I never completely knew what the basement thing had to do with anything, I think I missed that.
There was
again.
I forgot what it was, but
what are the basements? Because they were like, "There's not a lot of houses in California that have basements." I said that earlier in the movie, and they said that earlier. Like,
because there was some evidence that they found that something had to do with a basement or something, and they're like, "Oh, not many people have a basement." Yeah, and I don't remember, but there was definitely something to do with that. That's why I would say watching the movie, I watched it on my phone because I knew like if I was watching on TV, I'd get bored way too easy and like want to be on my phone. So like I tried to watch it on my phone to like capture as much detail as possible. So like make sure I like actually understood it, because I knew it was going to be one of those movies kind of like Inception, and so it's kind of like that where you have to pay attention to understand what's going on. Like as far as people's names and the plot line and everything. So I felt like I did a good job of that, and I still didn't really understand like what was kind of going on with that either.
I get what you're saying. There were definitely things.
This is the poster guy we're talking about, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, the old dude. No.
Okay, so I was kind of listening. I was trying my hardest to pay attention. So basically, they had handwriting samples, and they kept getting stuck on the handwriting samples for some reason.
Right.
Which I don't understand why they were so hung up on that. Like there could have been a multitude of different things. He could have had someone else write it. He could have XYZ, blah blah blah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the handwriting, which would be my least important evidence, but whatever. Because any smart motherfucker would know, like, I'm sending my handwriting in. I should probably alter it or something.
Right.
That's what the one guy was saying. He's like, you can't truly alter your handwriting,
bro. As soon as they said that too in the movie,
write it.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that in the movie when he's flipping through the evidence and stuff, as soon as it said you can't trust the handwriting, I was like, oh, they're gonna pin this on Lee, 100%. There was no doubt in my mind they were going to go back to it.
What do you mean they can't trust the handwriting?
There was like a little blip at the bottom of one of the evidence things that he had that said like you can't solely exclude a case because of handwriting not matching or whatever, and like the only reason they eliminated Lee was because of the handwriting and stuff and like evidence.
They
not
didn't have
matching
it.
up.
They didn't have the handwriting.
Yes, they
didn't
did.
have his other hand.
No, I know, but like that's why it said like don't eliminate it. And when I saw that like on the sheet, I'm like, oh, they're definitely going to go back to that and pin it on Lee at the end.
There you have it.
You guys heard about that they had a couple different copycats? I'm looking at the wiki page for the Zodiac. There was
Like
2
at the same time.
No, not the same time, but there was a Japanese version and a New York City version.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
dude,
I'm sure.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like there's always copycats. There's going to be Zodiac copycats. There's going to be Dahmer copycats. There's going to be there's going to be all kinds of copycats.
Dude, especially with like serial killers, all they want is the like media attention and like, oh, I did this, you know? They just want the spotlight on them. Like usually, I guess.
Most of the time.
Usually serial killers are like that. So like of course they're going to want to take credit for it. Like with the copycats.
Yeah, what's one way to do that? Copy some of the ones that got the most attention.
Yeah.
People are dying to find out about these things, you know?
Yeah. So we're kind of turning into a true crime podcast right now. Let me bring it back to the movie. Do you know those true crime podcasts do insane numbers, by the way?
Oh, yeah?
Cut the check. I have a good narrator voice. I will do a true crime podcast. But in the movie, around 21 minutes into the movie, there was the dude and his girlfriend who were by the lake. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. That was,
yeah. That scene was dog shit.
Yeah.
That's probably the worst scene in the movie.
Yeah, that was weird.
Bro,
but like,
how the fuck is that dude gonna be a Karen to a murderer?
I know.
He was like, is the gun even loaded? I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
At least show it to me.
I'm like, dude, shut
up. No, he legitimately thought he didn't know he was gonna be murdered. He just figured
if someone is carrying a gun, I am not gonna agitate them. The fuck?
I'll say, yeah. I don't care if you have a sociology degree or not. You're gonna say, hey, can I speak to your manager? That gun's not loaded properly. Come on, man. Like, if I'm tied up and there's like dude with a gun in front of me, nobody's gonna say that. Unless you want to die.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going to die whether he said it or not, for starters.
Okay, he didn't know that.
He thought that he was going to survive.
That's what I was saying.
Whether the gun was loaded or not.
Well, he did. But
but I'm saying that's a fucking retard, though. Like, excuse me.
Oh, 100%.
That is a fucking dumbass. We don't mean to offend anyone here. I'm gonna bleep that. But that's just fucking stupid, though. Like, I don't know. That dude is just a fucking idiot. I don't like the way he's portrayed. He's portrayed like a legitimate dumbass. Like he's going in there to fucking just like get himself killed and his girlfriend killed. Like it was just stupid. He was like, is that gun even loaded? He's like, oh my god, tie my hands up. Oh my god. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Also, speaking of MCU, man, looked like Hank from freaking the X-Men.
Oh my goodness, how could you? You look like the
big
Beast.
Blue guy. Yeah, the Beast. That's what he reminded me of.
Oh, dude, when he got fucking stabbed, though, when he got stabbed, he just made no noises and he just sat there.
I know.
What the fuck kind of acting was that? He was just like stab.
Facts. He's like, oh man.
I mean, not everybody screams in pain. I guess.
He didn't even flinch.
That was just weird, dude. Honestly,
just dog shit.
I say also for being a serial killer, the dude, the Zodiac killer, was awful in like his like execution of it. Like she's like, oh, he's going around a tree. Oh, he's coming back. Oh, he has a gun. Give me all your stuff. Okay. And he's just standing there in an open field with a gun pointed at him. Like, no serial killer who's prepared at all is going to do it that way.
To be fair, that's probably the least realistic because they don't know what the fuck happened. So that's just the portrayal of that. Yeah. But that's just fucking 100%. But it was just a silly. That's why I said it's the worst because it's just so silly. It's just the most silly scene out of the whole movie. It's like, okay, So he gets stabbed, and she's just, oh, like, oh my god, please. And then he goes over to her, then he gives her the fucking Chick-fil-A special and stabs her back up. And she's like, oh! I was like, dude, you guys, have you ever been stabbed or pricked by anything? It fucking hurts.
I say, he stabs her in the back and then pulls the rotisserie chicken, flips her over, stabs her in the chest.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, what the fuck? It's like the fucking Hungry Man TV dinners where you gotta poke the holes over the mashed potatoes. You're like, fuck. You're like, They put that bitch back in the microwave.
Oh my god.
I was just like, dude, what is this, bro? It was silly.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Aquavelas. Those looked cool.
When
those
Paul
Avery and Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's like, you wouldn't be making fun of it if you were drinking it.
And he was like, give me that shit.
Cut scene. There's like 6 of them on the table.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's like me.
God damn.
Yeah, facts. Damn, this Mike's lemonade is good.
Oh my god, you know what scene was awful? Like, just cringy, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Was the scene at dinner with him and the Melanie chick or whatever the first time.
Oh god, yes.
Bro, that made me my skin just crawl. I was spazzing. I was cringing. I was so close to just skipping the scene because I was like, I can't. It hurts too much to watch this, bro. He was just itching himself. You got any change? I was like, oh my god, bro. He's like, yeah, you know, I work at a paper. Twitch. I'm like, bro, put the cocaine down. Put it down.
Pulls his arm over, just breaks a glass, and just spills his food all over. He's like, oh, sorry, I'm late. There's traffic. I was at the gun range, by the way. Why were you at the gun range? Because I was reading a book.
It's like, what?
What?
Melanie's either the dumbest bitch ever, or she's just a genius, because boy, would I be fucking upset in that date.
Bro, I don't know, man.
And then they get married. And
they have a kid.
And then she's got a baby by Buster. Like, what is going on? Oh my goodness, I was so confused. Because at first she seemed awkward in that first meeting, and then by the end she's like a normal human being. But Jake Gyllenhaal's just a fucking creepo still. He's just spazzing everywhere. I'm just like, all right, Jake, you spazzing?
I'll say I'm gonna ask one of my questions. Was there a character that you guys thought like the Zodiac killer was like throughout the movie? Like, obviously they portrayed Lee as it, but was there one character you guys like looked at and they're like, oh, they're gonna put it on that guy?
The partner.
Yeah. Like Ruffalo's partner?
Yeah.
Oh.
If I wrote a mystery movie, I definitely would have wanted pinned it on him.
That's actually good. I didn't even think of that.
Because like by the end, he's like, I can't do this anymore. And
and
then the letter shows up again. Right after he says, I can't do this, the last letter shows.
Yeah. No, that's actually a good analysis.
Also, what was up with him and the animal crackers? Like,
bro, I was confused about that as well.
I was too.
Maybe that's just how the real life guy was. He's like animal crackers, but fuck, that was just random.
Like half of the characters were portrayed to be on the spectrum.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying.
It's one. Possibly.
3. It's definitely him, Avery, and fucking Ruffalo all look crazy.
Yeah, the 3 main characters.
Yes, they do! Bro, yes. Avery was living in like a boat just getting high all the time playing Pong.
Yeah. That doesn't mean he's on the spectrum.
Dog, he went in there and he's just like, what's up, man? I've been letting Pong play itself for like 4 hours. It's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I've been watching this.
He was a druggie.
Okay, so 2 then, if you don't count that. Ruffalo.
What world is Bosky on the spectrum?
Ruffalo's the least on it for me. The only thing that he kind of spaz. Yeah, the animal cracker. Yeah, fucking animal crackers,
man.
Maybe they're just all drug addicts, man.
You got animal crackers. I think animal crackers is code for coke. Got any cocaine on you? Got that good
crack?
Shit?
You got any crack of the animal variety?
You got that booger sugar on you right now?
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Booger sugar?
Yeah. He's like, you got that shit, cuz? He's like, nah, not today. It's like, man, fuck you anyways. His new partner, he doesn't even tell his new partner about his animal cracker addiction. She said, yo, man, you got animal crackers? Dude's like, fuck no. I don't have animal crackers. I'm not a pedophile. And he's like,
Alright.
man, bitch.
Tristan, how about you? Was there a character for you you thought it was gonna be? Like the first time, I guess, watching this, because me and Reek haven't seen it before.
Right. Honestly, no. I kind of just followed where they were going because I had never really learned much about it, and so I was just kind of following what they were doing in the movie, and I decided that I was very convinced by what they did.
Because you're a fucking sheep, Tristan. Open your eyes. The Zodiac was made by the government to trick everyone into being scared. Zodiac was made by Zodiac Watch Company to sell more watches.
I see.
I kind of liked that scene, actually. Like when they're like, "Can I see your watch?" And then he passed around. It was the Zodiac one. I actually kind of liked that. That was kind of cool. But also at the same time, it was also pinning on him because I promise you that did not happen in real life.
I bet you it did.
That he had a Zodiac watch. Like, is that even a real company?
I bet you it was at one point.
Let me check. Let me read this wiki file real quick. I'll let you guys know.
As you're checking, I'm gonna bring up a point that, like, I felt like for me, like we were talking about the movie dragging on, but like there was a point where I think it was like the 50-minute mark. I was just watching like intently, and like the next thing I know, it's like the 10-minute mark. And I don't know if it happened for you guys, but I felt like the last like hour or so like went by a lot faster than the first like hour and a half.
Really?
Well, yeah. That's probably because of all the cutting it did.
It could be.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That was just, yeah.
It is a watch company, and these watches are kind of fucking nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they got this one called Seawolf. It's pretty fucking cool.
Sponsor us.
Zodiac sponsor us.
Told you it was real.
Swiss
made. Okay. All right. Well, if it did happen, that's very interesting. But...
Oh, he did. He did own a Zodiac brand watch. They said.
Okay. Well, I stand corrected.
Ooh. Now, okay, yes. While this was kind of a portrayal, it was clearly based on the only dude who was alive still. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, it's mostly a factual movie. They just wanted to portray it in a dramatic fashion.
Yeah.
Yes, he also pinned it on a guy that they had no evidence on. That's also what they did.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll say, I don't know. I really feel like they could have done a great job if they would have summed it up in like an hour and a half.
I think it would have been even better if you keep it the same length, but you just make multiple fucking suspects. Or at least pretend there's another suspect or something. Because, boy, I was like, well, there's no one else it could fucking be. They tried getting off that fucking dude, the poster guy, but I'm like, bro, you know how coincidental that shit is, evidence is too? The dude just happens. People don't have basements in California. Oh, I do. Come into my basement, little child, so I can rape you. It's like, what's going on?
When he turned off the light in his basement, though, I was like, "Oh shit!"
When he started sprinting out, and the dude was just walking behind him, he's like, "What's up, bro?"
Dude, I was low key like, not my heart wasn't racing, but I was like, "Okay, this is suspenseful," you know?
Yep.
Yeah, that was definitely a suspenseful moment. I was like, "Is he gonna kill him? What's gonna happen here?"
I'll say, out of my notes, this was my last note, but there was a quote that I took from him that I thought was actually really funny. I started laughing. When he's like, "Does it bother you that people call you shorty?" And he goes, "Does it bother you when people call you retard?"
Come on. He's like, "People don't call me
The best part is when like, he went to Paul Avery.
Yeah.
Do
people call me names like retard? Yeah. No, they don't.
Oh, that was crazy.
That is a definite Robert Downey Jr. thing right there.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote down, that role.
I don't know. He played that role super good. Like, I was convinced that was Iron Man for a little bit.
He just kills whatever he's in, man.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, he does really well in that, like, role where he just has a high ego.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what connection I made between for Mark Ruffalo? The first time I watched this movie.
What's up?
You guys seen the Now You See Me movies?
I've seen clips. I've seen at least half of it.
I don't know that I have.
The one with the dude who looks like the one dude from SNL.
It's the one with Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, that guy.
And Woody Harrelson.
I don't think I have, actually.
In the
I
Batman
think it even
movie.
has Dave Franco.
One of them has Dave Franco. Jesse Eisenberg was in was he the one in Social Network?
Yes.
Okay, he was in Social Network. He was in.
I used to mix him up with
Zombieland. He was in Zombieland.
He was in the fucking Batman versus Superman. He was Lex Luthor. Yeah, he does. He does a good chunk of movies.
Yeah, I used to mix him up with Michael Cera somehow.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Him, Michael Cera, and the motherfucker from SNL/Brooklyn Nine-Nine all look the same.
I was saying,
Andy Samberg?
Andy Samberg, yes.
No, I don't confuse Andy Samberg with any of them.
I do, because those motherfuckers look like the same person. If you catch one in the right light, it could be any of the three. It could be any one of them.
Oh man,
guy!
He really pulled the Kid Cudi, Denzel Washington, Tristan Thompson on him.
I also wrote down why is Jake Gyllenhaal the glue of this movie? Are they encouraging civilians to get involved in cases for the feds?
I guess so, dude.
What the fuck?
Okay, think about this though. Nobody had anything.
Okay.
Earlier,
that doesn't mean
none of those parties. No. Yeah, I get it, but at the same time, none of those individual parties seem to have all the information at any point. Somehow, this guy was finding information and putting parts together. At the point that you get to with the Zodiac killer, nobody has anything, and this guy comes to you and has, albeit circumstantial, but has a legitimate story that makes sense, fits the timeline, and everything else. Does it matter who it is, really? The cops clearly weren't doing enough.
It does actually, because he's a civilian.
Okay, and
it's illegal for him to get involved in these cases.
That's why he never did.
He was though.
He kind of was, yeah.
Yeah, but we're just two strangers who happen to be sitting on the same bench.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure this dude either did some bribery or some fuck shit he couldn't put in the movie because the statute of limitations wasn't up yet, so he couldn't put that shit out. What he did to really get it, whether he was sucking dick or he was paying people off, I don't know what he was doing, but he was getting info somehow, one way or another. I don't think he just ran up there like, "Please let me in, please guys, let me see the evidence you guys have with this killer."
Yeah, you know me.
I don't know you, little boy. Get out, bro. A fun fact.
We do know that, like, back in the 60s and 70s, we were much looser around here, right?
They're fucking stupid. The 60s and 70s people were just idiots because there's no way a cop should just let motherfuckers pull up and just investigate your case files.
I agree.
I just think that was a movie thing, or it was him being like, "Hey, look, I'll tell you what I really did to get this, but we cannot put that on film." Like, I was stealing that shit.
Dude, it was just a different time. 9/11 hadn't happened. People weren't as concerned with things.
Bro,
we were still in the idea that people still had the idea of, like, America's the perfect country.
People still hated black people back then, but my point is, they just don't let people see open case files, no matter what time period it was. That's not a thing. In spaghetti westerns, which were filmed however the fuck long ago, every time someone comes up, "You got case file on the old Dixon boys? I can't let you see that, mister." Like, come on. That's, like, not a thing. They don't let people just see case files, no matter the time period.
I agree. I would say, like, besides that, I feel like for the most part, they did a really good job, like, capturing the time, though. Like, the 60s, 70s, like, era. I felt like the movie followed it really well.
That's what I fucking... Like, the fucking movie is based on the book that Robert Graysmith wrote. That's what they said. They wrote... No, they said the screenplay...
No, I know. No, I know.
Yeah, it was made in 1986, so it was only a couple years afterwards that he had gotten the information. So the statute of limitations were definitely not up. So I think he lied about that, so he didn't get in legally trouble.
Oh, facts. Honestly.
Now he could be like, "All right, look, I did some shit." Like,
I don't know. I just do respect whoever like the cars and just the scenery in general. Like it was definitely 60s, 70s.
It looked good.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Like I do really respect that. Whoever was in charge of that, shout out.
Fun fact: this movie lost to Wild Hogs in the box office when it debuted. If any of you guys seen Wild Hogs,
What?
Like
What the?
like the family movie
with John Travolta.
I've never heard of this movie.
For real?
The John
I
Travolta,
heard of it. I don't
Martin
think I ever
Lawrence,
saw it.
and Tim. I saw it. I've seen that movie. That movie's fucking ass.
I need to look it up now. Wild Hogs.
Bro, that movie's one of the worst movies ever.
Oh man, this looks bad.
It's terrible, bro. Even in 07, people are like, dog, you gotta put this back.
Hey, Martin Lawrence is in it though.
Martin
Tim
Lawrence.
Allen.
Actually, I might have seen it. I'm not gonna
Bro,
lie.
Martin Lawrence tried his best to save that movie. It didn't happen.
That might have been one of those movies that they used to show.
Critics gave that a 14%, dog.
You guys remember when they used to show like free movies or like dollar movies? Begins during
Bro,
like
stop
elementary
doxing
school.
us, bro. Stop doxing us, bro. Stop doxing us. Our enemies are gonna come and fucking blow up our houses.
I don't know. I've never heard of this Kiggins place.
Where? Huh?
Where?
Huh?
I live in the sky.
I grew up in rural Virginia.
Damn, Wild Hogs really got a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. This might be my kind of movie.
This movie's dog shit, bro.
Look out in the future for a review on Wild Hogs.
Oh no. I'm not watching it. I'll just show up to the episode just fucking blitzed or something. I ain't watching Wild Hogs.
Oh man,
he gonna be like,
oh my god.
Robert Downey Jr. here.
Have you guys seen the sketch too? The sketch looks nothing like fucking Lee.
What sketch?
The
yeah.
Zodiac
No,
killer
I saw
sketch
that on Wikipedia. Yeah.
Wait, what?
The Zodiac
The
sketch they have, they do those police drawings of people when they don't have a suspect yet.
Right.
Yeah, it
Hold
looks
on.
nothing like how they portrayed Lee. I'm not saying that doesn't look like the real life version, but boy, the movie version does not look like that. I feel like they picked the sleaziest, dirty.
I absolutely hate you, Yahoo, stupid heads.
I feel like they
Why is
picked
that my main search engine?
I feel like they.
Why do you?
Just
fuck
fuck
man.
I
Yeah.
feel like they picked the dirtiest, nastiest looking motherfucker ever to portray the alleged killer. Like the fuck is that? That dude. I've only seen that dude in like 3 movies, I think. And the other movie I think is the one where he raped that girl in high school. You guys ever seen that movie? Where it's the woman in the factory. She's trying to get women's rights for a factory or something.
Yeah.
And she was raped in high school, and her fucking a friend of hers saw it and didn't say anything.
Well, that's the thing. That dude was fired from the school district for touching kids.
That's what I'm saying. But the actor though, this poor actor portrays the nastiest guys in movies.
I'm sure he's a great dude too.
That dude gets the nastiest roles, and I'm like, bro, I hope you don't touch kids.
Okay, so real fast, so what this sketch of the Zodiac killer looks like? Do you guys remember the scene where he, just absolutely crapped on the lady's tire?
Yes.
The car scene. Yes.
No, yeah.
So when her tire fell off and he came back, that was the only time we got any sort of glimpse of the dude's actual face.
Oh,
I mean, granted, it's just the actor and everything, but he was wearing the glasses and he looked. It's this sketch that I'm seeing when I just look up Zodiac sketch. That's what that guy looked like in that little glimpse of seeing his face in the car on the dark freeway. So that's fair. I know you guys are talking about the dirty man, but
have we thought that because I'm looking at this sketch, have we thought that J. Jonah Jameson is the Zodiac killer yet?
Oh no!
I'm just throwing it out there.
The Zodiac sketch looks nothing like Arthur Lee Allen.
That's what I'm saying. He's a menace.
Oh my god! Stop.
This is Uncle Ben right here.
Oh my god!
This is an MCU movie.
Dude, it's literally a Marvel movie. It's a Marvel movie.
This is a
guaranteed.
prequel.
Dude, okay. So the Zodiac sketch does not look like real life Arthur Lee Allen.
No.
That's what I'm saying. They're just dicking this dude over.
No, but what you remember he said in one of the letters or something, he said when I'm killing, I look completely, I'm a completely different person. I look completely different.
Okay, but have you seen the one of him when he was younger though? Because when he's younger, he looks a lot like the sketch.
Really?
Okay, have you seen that one? It's from Reddit. If you go to Google instead of whatever fucking dirty ass Yahoo you're using.
Hey man, I'm on Bing now.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh my
you went
God,
back to back on dog shit.
Hey, unless they want to sponsor us, then
Unless they
Bing
want to
is
sponsor us,
way
then
better. Bing is way better. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Then I'll only use Bing.
Bro, this whole movie, they're just trying to pin the murder on Private from Penguins of Madagascar, because that's what that motherfucker looks like.
Arthur Lee Allen.
Private.
Actually, here it is. Oh my god!
Did you see the sketch of when he was younger?
I see the picture of him when he's younger and he's wearing the glass. Are you looking at the one where he looks goofy with the glasses and the tie?
Yeah. Looks exactly like
okay,
him.
that does. Yeah, that. Oh wow, that's much more convincing. Don't lie to me about it.
We here at the Binge Boys realize this episode has been very random, but if you're going to take anything away from this, it's that Wild Hogs 2 Bachelor Ride was eventually canceled by Disney. So
Holy shit. Oh my god, bro.
you can have that to take away from it.
Oh my god, bro. In the movie, they called Extreme Makeover Home Edition in the movie to redo the dude. What is Wild Hogs, bro?
Sausage Party 2. Will the prequel happen? That was my recommended.
Bro, I'm sorry, but like, if you came here for, I warned y'all in the beginning. If you came here for critical analysis, you looked for the long goddamn place. You know what I took away from this episode?
They did a good job with the movie.
What I've taken away from this episode is that we should start a true crime podcast as well.
I'll say we've heard of Detective Reek before.
I'm better than Detective Pikachu, confirmed.
I don't know about that one. That was
Pikachu
a good movie, though.
got nothing on me, bro.
I was gonna say, if you're if you want to understand our references in this episode, I recommend this movie just to realize that there are absolutely no talking points.
No, it's just
this movie
just because it's factual. It's all factual. It's
exactly.
All look up.
Or the opposite. It's all speculative.
I would say we can definitely come back to other points, but
yeah,
let's throw out some ratings.
Oh shit, yeah, ratings. For like quality, I definitely give it like 8. For like my entertainment, I give it like a 4.
I would say, going off of that, I feel like as far as they followed like the Zodiac and stuff, like actually stuck to the plot, I felt like they did a really good job. Also entertainment, like I'm gonna give it overall, like all things considered, I'm gonna give it like a 7. Like all things considered, I thought it was a good movie, but not the most entertaining. If you want a good watch,
agreed. I'm in a similar boat to Reek. Granted, I thought that the way they I just thought that the way they did the movie, I thought that the acting was phenomenal. I thought the way they portrayed these things and made it seem somewhat convincing,
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Like now, I may be very simple for this, but they made convincing arguments for why it's Arthur Lee Allen. Obviously, that's the whole point. But I mean, it's very convincing. So I appreciate all that. So I mean, but like Reek said, for entertainment, not like it's an entertaining movie per se. Yeah, I'd give it overall. I mean, all things considered, holy cow. For me, it's probably 7, 8. But like in terms of just how they did the movie, I would give it like a 9.
So you were 8 out of 10 entertained by this movie.
No, not entertained.
Just overall.
Overall, the entertainment brings it down for sure.
Oh, 100%. I would say I'm in the same boat as Reek, maybe a little bit higher. Entertainment, I'd probably give it about a 4.5, 5. If we're calling 5 average, I'd say about in there. Like, I was averagely entertained. I took a couple breaks watching the movie just so I can take a break, clear my head a little bit.
Same. I definitely cleared my head a little bit in one of the breaks I had while watching this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, bro.
I'm not someone that takes breaks during movies, but like that one definitely needed one. Another one, dude. Saving Private Ryan. Oh my god, the amount of breaks that I took in that movie. But
why?
Why?
Yeah,
it's like a 3-hour movie about absolutely nothing almost.
That's not true.
Oh, it's a good movie, but like it carries. But anyway, that's a different subject.
Give me the morphine.
I don't know anything. Dude, the only movies.
Private Ryan?
It's hard. It's hard to like make a movie that's like 3 hours long and not make the viewer want to take a break. Like Lord of the Rings, amazing job at that.
Oh,
like,
yeah, no, Lord of the Rings, solid.
Never like I don't know. Never have I been watching and being like, damn, I need to take a break.
I feel like they have built-in break points for you though. I feel like they're like each movie has like 3 chapters to Lord of the Rings. Right? You're like, oh, okay, after Frodo and Aragorn leave the fucking bar, you could go take a break, right? You could go take a piss or just stop there for the day. Then you got the next big chunk when they separate. Then when they separate, you could take a break, and then you got the ending. I don't know. I feel like those movies have like built-in breaks just in case.
I guess that's true.
Titanic is another one, dude. I don't know how people do that in a whole sitting. I've done it once.
I don't understand how people like that movie.
I actually have not seen that movie for that reason. Like,
don't do it. At this point, just don't do it.
I've seen it through clips. Like I've watched my grandparents watch it, but like, bro, that movie just seems boring as shit.
It is. It's not. There's only one good reason to watch it, and it's not even that good of a reason.
Bro, imagine if our former cast member was here. Remember what he said in the last Binge Plus episode? The movie dragged on forever. I don't want to see what he would have felt about this one. He would have been in the hyperbolic time chamber. Like, it would have been like years. Like years. He's like, it took me until I turned 47 to finish that movie.
I was gonna say, dude, we'd have an old man on this podcast.
Like, god damn, you thought a silent voice was long. This movie was long as shit.
I don't know, man. I feel like Robert Graysmith is just Frodo, main character that doesn't really matter. Nobody really cares about.
Yeah, everyone's least favorite character.
Yeah,
Frodo really did nothing.
I hate Frodo.
I like Sam better than Frodo.
Oh, facts.
I'm not a big Sam fan either.
You're a bitch.
Dude, I like the actor that plays
more Sam. Potatoes!
Oh, yeah, duh.
Bro, what about the potatoes, bro?
Come on. We love Rudy.
Bro, I don't know, man. Sorry, this has turned into a Lord of the Rings, but
we came in today. We got in the podcast. And we were like, "This is gonna be some chaos, boys," and we delivered. This is chaos.
Oh man, when you get a movie like that, that's not at all what I was expecting.
I was expecting some cool shit, some spooky shit, some short, spooky, good little documentary type beat. Instead, I got the fucking 3-hour long Shakespearean type beat, which don't get me wrong, there's places for that, but boy, is entertaining people on a podcast not a place for a Shakespearean type beat.
That's facts.
I didn't even entertain myself.
If you want entertainment, though, Avatar Season 2 next week.
Next week! The Avatar Season 2!
Yo, I forgot to mention this earlier, but it doesn't feel like it's been 2 weeks since we did a silent voice.
Dude, I agree.
I won't lie, it feels like it's been a little bit longer.
Longer? I was thinking shorter.
Shorter.
It feels like it's been a while since I watched a silent voice, dude. I don't know why. But
that's how I feel about Shooter.
Dude, it feels like a year since we watched Shooter.
Yeah.
But really
in fairness, that was the beginning.
Yep, it was. So, you guys got anything else for Zodiac? I don't really think you do, because I don't.
Not really. It was good. I like the movie because because they did well with it. Because it's good. enjoyable movie. You know,
Yeah.
They could have done a great job if they made it into a documentary, like with that director and stuff. Like that would have been
Especially
a great
now,
thing,
like,
right? I
they
know. People
could have also just made up a bunch of stuff and not based it on real case files in the book, and
Yeah.
been like, here's a possibility of what happened.
I don't know. Like people eat up documentaries now. Like people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my
Story.
boy Christian loves documentaries. He would definitely
Shout out.
He would definitely love some shit like that. All right, so now that we're done with that, next week or 2 weeks from now, we'll be watching another movie due to the passing away of our former host. Not really, but he's dead to the podcast world. We will be removing his platform from the rotation, and
It may come back. May come back.
May come back if one of us choose to re-put it in. But for now, it's out, and we put in new submissions. This time we have The Autopsy of Jane Doe, The Old Guard, and Spencer Confidential. Now, I haven't seen any of these movies.
Nor have I.
What is The Autopsy of Jane Doe on?
I'm very confused about this as well.
Netflix.
Is this another anime?
No.
No, I've heard of it, but wait, is this a scary movie? I know this one. Hold up.
Is this a horror film?
Come on, guys. We're supposed to go in blind on these.
I do know this one.
We're supposed to go in blind on these. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm scared, bro.
Yeah,
if it's gonna be a horror movie, I'm gonna die. Just so you guys know.
Bro, come
I'll
on.
make it through that one.
Chill out. You're good, bro. You got this.
Dude, I am Weenie Hut Jr. for horror movies.
Bro, just watch it with like your fucking mom or something. I don't know. Bring your brother out. He's probably bigger and spookier than you.
That's not true.
If any of you listeners are looking to watch a spooky movie, your boy could use some company.
Hit up Tristan for the third week in a row. He is still single. If you
I'm so sorry.
If you need a boy to watch a horror movie with,
can we put on a Tristan is still single shirt? And then when he's not anymore, we can just like remove the shirt from its limited edition. Like whoever gets it before Tristan gets a girlfriend gets to keep it, and then if he gets one, it's over. Like it's gone forever.
We can make a shirt that you can like put it like a number switcher on. Days since having a girlfriend.
Damn.
And you can have.
Hold on, I'd have to do a lot of calculating.
We here at the Binge Boys do not support using our fame and /or clout to get women to be attracted to us. Again, we here at the Binge Boys do not support using your fame or clout and power over women. That the person who did that, his name is Tristan. That's Tristan. If you would like his government name, feel free to DM us on Instagram or Twitter. We will tell you his full name if you would like to report him to the federales.
ICE, come get this man.
Oh.
He's overseas from Scotland.
All right, now that we've got that through with, spinning the wheel now.
I have no problem using power for that.
You better hope it doesn't land on Jane Doe, boy.
Oh, no. We're gonna have to watch it at some point.
Spin! Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's gonna do it. It's doing it. Yup, it is. Next 2 weeks, we will be watching The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
This might be a good one to get a feature in.
Oh, man.
So look out for a feature.
Get your pussy ass just to watch the movie.
Hey,
dude.
skip you.
Bro, this...
No, I didn't mean for me. I mean, I might have a good feature for this one.
I literally brought Tristan... Bro, Tristan, you're so fucking shook, bro. I literally put in just a shitty horror movie. It's not even look good.
Ominous, gruesome, gory.
Now, if I put in Hannah Grace, you'd be shook. Hannah Grace is a movie that's a lot like Jane Doe, but it's better because it's the disappearance of Hannah Grace versus the autopsy of Jane Doe. Hannah Grace is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
It's only an hour and a half. Oh, this will be fun.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a fucking 9-hour horror movie. You're not gonna go to like it's not Dante's Inferno or something, bro.
All right. Well, if you're watching this on YouTube, drop in the comments. We will look at them and vote for what time of day you want us to watch this movie at.
Oh my goodness.
Whether it be midnight, 2 a.m. or 4 a.m.
Oh, I promise you, I'm watching this late. Like, I don't know when. Like, probably 2 in the morning. But I promise you.
Tristan said noon.
You get shook by this, bro?
All the lights on.
Bro, you probably get scared by Slender Man, the movie, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, me and Rika have watched enough Supernatural season 1 through 5 to not be scared by this.
Bro, I watch so many horror movies. I used to be pussy like you, and then I actually watched horror movies and realized they're not scary. They're not scary.
Made it through Insidious Chapter 2 a couple times.
Man said I used to be a pussy like you.
They're not scary though.
I won't lie. The first time I watched Insidious Chapter 2 was with some of the boys, senior year of high school on spring break. We were all just out at a beach house chilling. It was late and we were watching it, and then we thought someone was like pulling up on the house.
You guys are fucking whack.
There was like 10 of us, and we were all ready to just absolutely throw hands on whatever was coming at us.
You have to get your hands thrown on each other because someone fucking walked outside.
Bro, I laughed at The Conjuring.
Bro, have you guys seen The Curse of La Llorona?
Mm-hmm.
No, was that one pretty bad?
That one's dog shit, bro. I watched that with my grandparents and my grandpa. My grandpa's literally the most chicken shit fucking person ever. Like, he literally just shook because he's like, I'm religious. I don't like the devil and all that shit. And he was freaking out so bad. I was like, we should turn off all the lights. So I turned off all the lights on him.
Oh,
and I was
my God.
I was like, I can't wait. And I was like, and I literally was predicting what was going to happen. I was like, watch, he's going to come through right there, jump scare everyone. Came through, he still screamed. I was like, bro, I'm out of here. This is whack.
Bro, the one thing about horror films, this may turn into another episode of Not Many Talking Points.
Oh, I'm great with horror films. So
for horror films, okay. Well, look out for that. I'm great with
this. Next week, it could just be me. I got the whole thing on lock.
Oh my God!
Next week, I saw a whole film. That's all I recall. It was a whole film. Outside and saw you rain.
You're lucky I didn't put the boy. Hold on, you guys want J Doe or the boy?
Well, we already voted on this one.
So no, I'll give you a choice right now. Since Tristan's pussy, I'll give you the choice since you're scared.
Nah,
right?
we're doing it. We're doing it.
All right. I was giving you a back out because the boy's another scary film, but I think it's
I'm looking at this right now. I do not want to watch this. That's like it's a Night of the Living Dummy type.
It's so
what the
bad,
heck
though.
is this? Oh. Why is this is
Don't look at spoilers. Don't look at spoilers, bro.
Dude, there's no spoilers. I'm just looking at the pictures.
Bro, it has Maggie in it, bro.
Really?
Ooh. Maggie from Walking Dead.
Really?
She's the main character.
From what?
Oh shit, you're right.
So should we watch the boy or Jane Doe?
Oh, we're watching Jane Doe.
All right, watching Jane Doe.
They have Insidious on here. That's interesting.
I'm definitely putting the boy next time though. So.
All right then.
All right.
So in 6 weeks' time, month and a half, Jane Doe. All
Look
right.
out for that.
Well, boys, you have anything important to say? I don't think so because we haven't said anything important the whole episode.
So thanks for listening to us ramble about
whatever the fuck we were talking about for an hour. This is going to be our shortest episode ever. Probably our best episode ever. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you did, follow our podcast on Spotify. Oh shit, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot about the ad break.
Random ad break from Tristan right now.
No, don't worry. The episode's just going to cut in the middle of someone's sentence. And it's just going to be an ad. I hope the viewers are ready. It's just going to be like, yeah, this movie was pretty boop. Hey, my name's Tristan.
So, to all our viewers who have made it this far, we apologize for the random ad break.
This is our sloppiest episode yet, but I just feel like it's gold right here. Oh my goodness.
One was absolute chaos. We promise we all actually watch the movie.
It'll be better next week, I promise.
Oh, join us 100%.
Join us in a week's time.
Avatar
Book 2.
Book 2!
The best one.
Little soldier boy! Come home!
Oh no! Right. Don't do that right now.
I'm sorry.
All right.
But thank you for viewing. Sorry for the random ad break. Sorry for the episode being literally not about Zodiac at all. If you would like for us to make a true crime podcast, drop a comment.
If you enjoyed Zodiac for a different reason, have a talking point we didn't cover, please comment.
If you want to tell us,
you loved it because the combination of Jake Gyllenhaal, Mark Ruffalo, and Robert Downey Jr., a bunch of handsome men. That's
if
okay.
you're a chicken that gets you wet, that doesn't count as being a quality movie.
You don't gotta be a chick for that.
If you're a real movie critic and you try to tell us we're fucking stupid, we probably are. So that's fair.
True. But we'll fight you on it.
This is true.
It is true. Well, that has been the Binge Boys. Thanks for showing up, I guess. If you made it the whole way through this hour and 15 episode, thank you. You really didn't have to. You really did not have to just listen to this shit, but thank you for doing it.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
We'll see you next week. Sorry. Bye.